Yeah! What it do, world? Yogi 1AO, WBOKRadio.com, the Encore live show, the Jukebox app, one click, and you can hear your favorite artist music anytime you want. Mobile, desktop, HNIC Mitchell, let's go! Hey! Bringing you the best in entertainment from the basement labs to our fam that's worldwide famous. Shining light on talent that was told. Taking shots to success was aimless. Broadcasting overseas, can you blame us? Don't believe us? You can ask the master, check the ratings. You can tune into the conversation. WBOKRadio.com, the Encore live show, each and every Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. HNIC Mitchell, let's go! Call it right now to give you shout outs at 712-770-4700, access code 419819. Let's go! What it do, world? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Encore Live Show brought to you by WBOKRadio.com. It is Saturday, September 2nd, 2017, Labor Day weekend. Yes, it is. And right now you're tuned into one of the hottest radio shows in the land and overseas. So proud, so proud. Let's get right into it. I'm your host, Yogi 1AO, the young original gangster imperial, the one and only. And as always, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host,
Miss Music, aka Marlene Bamacita. I am head music VP of OMS International Music Agency and Music A&R at Mass Street Media. I'm in Tampa, Florida. What's up, everybody? You know where I'll be at.
What it do? You know how we do. We handling business over here. You know how we do. Miss Music on it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in my region up here in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia region of the country, right around the nation's capital. Man, woke up to some great news today. We want to give a huge shout out, respect, and love to our listening audience that just expanded. Now we have the whole United States is rocking with WBOK, the Encore Live Show. We have over 30 countries rocking with WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show. The work, the dedication. We sure appreciate the fans, all the people that have been supporting us, all the people that have been putting the word out to artists, to managers, to anybody in the entertainment industry that has something to bring to the table. Man, I tell Mr. Mitchell all the time, I love my job, but I really do love my job, man. That's crazy. So we can literally say, what's up, everybody? I want to give a special shout out to one of our hardest listening states right now, and that's my good old home state of California. California locking in with us crazy right now. Man, the news is, it had me cheesing. I've been cheesing all day.
Man, what's better than Cali? What's better than Cali?
I've been a lot of places, but you know, it's Cali where you're from got that thing with you in your heart, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to take a moment from the last broadcast to today. We want to acknowledge some of the things that are going on in the country right now. We want to give prayers and shout outs and salutes. We have a lot of artists that have come on to the show that we network and work with out of Texas, and Texas is going through it right now. We just had the brother L. Dot on out of Killeen, Texas, and he's back home right now with his publicist and manager, and they're going through doing help and support for the people in Houston for Hurricane Garvey. We definitely want all of our viewers and listeners out there in Texas to know that our prayers are with you all, your families. We hope that things get better out there. It's crazy, man. Mother Nature is running wild. People, I mean, you down in Florida, so I'm pretty sure you're used to seeing alligators and stuff, but people are waking up with alligators swimming in their backyard. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you got to go somewhere, you know, the water rises, they get access to certain places. But everybody, if you're in Texas and you have me on your social media network, if you have me on Facebook, if you have me on Twitter, I have got people that are actually out there that are retweeting people that have boats in your area, people that can come and get you, people that have safe ground. So if you're on my social networks, I'm talking facebook.com/Miss Music Diva. That's MISS Music Diva, MUSIC DIVA, proper English. Get on there. get on Twitter, hit the link, send them to your families. If you're in need, stay in contact with my network, because there's plenty of people that, like he said, we have artists that are in Texas and are dealing with it or in higher ground that can help you. So make it close and pay close attention to our posts so that you can get your family out of harm. We may have the access or the link on our pages for you to be able to get out of where you're at. So please, if you have access to internet, if you have it, and there are posts out there going crazy. There's people that are starting fundraising accounts to GoFundMe to go out there and help people. And I know people that when crises happen like this, I know people that get together and they travel there just to help you. So definitely pay attention to our sites. We're going to keep posting them. We, like he said, we you know, change. Keep strong and try to keep to social media so you can find a way to get to safety and let people know that you're okay. I have family in Texas, so I'm going through a little bit of it too. I don't even know what the conditions are, but I do know that I have elders out there in Texas, and I have family in Waco. So stay close to social media and keep your prayers, because prayers do make a difference. Regardless of what your religion is, pray to who you believe that's watching and protecting over you. And we're going to pray with you here at WBOK Radio. You are all in our hearts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, we got a lot going on. As we announced in the beginning of the show, you know, we do want to address the things that are affecting, like what we do here is that we do help to get messages out, and we help artists have a platform to reach more people. And we definitely want to, again, say thank you to all the people that have been supporting us, that have been putting the word out, and their friends in other states have been tuning in. And now, right now, whenever Encore Live is on, the WBOKRadio.com network is on, we have all 50 states tuned in, rocking with us. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. But it's one of the things that I want to talk about what we do here in entertainment. When we say we bring you the best in entertainment weekly, HNIC Mitchell is a beast. He is a monster. He is on it right now. We have a very special broadcast for you guys this evening. The people we gonna bring on, y'all gonna be like, no, y'all didn't. Because y'all, sometimes y'all think we playing, but like, as you can tell by the numbers, because the numbers don't lie, we are not playing around here. But I wanted to get into some thoughts and some processes on, since we having some Florida music come through this evening, you know, some Florida music. Miss Music, what do you feel like has happened with like the Florida music from, let's say, the mid-90s to right now? Because to me, it was like Florida had its own, it still does have its own distinctive style of music, but it was a lot more cut and dry, where now people consider Southern rap to be like Atlanta. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They consider Georgia Southern rap. They consider, you know, but Atlanta became the Motown of the South. But, you know, how do you feel like music's been changing since the 90s down there?
They've been confused. Changed. Like it's totally changed. I mean, compared to just what we listened to in Tampa, I mean, along the same lines when it comes to like the twerking music. It's still clubby, but it has changed so much. It just it's not the same. Even the rap music has changed. I mean, I'm not gonna put down trap because trap's great, but you know, there's a lot of other styles that are great too. But it's just like it's more, you know, more. It's more popular now here, and we do have a lot of people though here from like Atlanta and people that have moved from Mississippi or Detroit. I mean, we have a lot of cultures of different places, people here from different places, but not the same, and it's not going to be the same. And like even the club music has changed. It's just gotten so commercial, honestly. Underground stays live is if the people in the underground are keeping it alive, because we don't have that media exposure. So yeah, we don't have media exposure like, you know, radio does. So all you hear is commercial. And then the clubs, they play, you know, so it's just like, don't get a choice to what you hear anymore if you listen to the radio. You listen to what they put on. So that's why I stay underground, because if I want to listen to commercial anytime, I'll turn on the radio. But most of the time, I don't turn on the radio, because the radio commercial, I don't like censor music. Because sometimes I want to be nasty. I want to listen to some nasty music. And then I'll be playing Ray Charles lately. I've been music from like the 40s and stuff lately. Sometimes I just like something different, but it's just not the same. And, you know, twerking is all great and everything, but it's not the same. So it's nice to be able to hear people like 95 South and Uncle Head, you know, come in with that old school music, man, because that's what I know.
That's what I'm saying. I saw
what they playing today. I don't know what the hell they playing today.
I saw the music.
Don't sound good. I still don't know what the hell they're playing today. But, you know, it's nice to be able to have something you're familiar with and something that will be happy instead of kind of all this morbid stuff that's around now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I've been listening. I've been reviewing some music, and I'm like, yo, you need to talk to somebody. You know, you want a hug or something? Like, you sound lost, angry, confused, like that. I don't think you should be spending your time in a recording booth. You might need a couch to go lay on and talk to somebody for a little bit. But I do remember music. I remember music being, for me, what I saw in music where I saw a big shift, especially in hip hop, was music was party music. Hip hop was like party, get together music. And it started, I think egos started getting in there a lot. Because you start seeing a lot less groups and a lot more individual artists. And then the individual artists, because they understand the group concept of music in the music industry, so then they start their teams. But it started being more aggressive, more, you know, like I'm from the West Coast, you know, originally from the West Coast. So gangster music, gangster rap, the origin of gangster rap, I was right there in the birth of it. So it was, you know, I love my Ice Cube, you know, are you kidding me? I used to think that every artist that I liked was from California. I didn't even know that artists came from anywhere else. When I was a kid, I swear to God, I was like, well, yeah, I like them, so they're from California. You know, they're from California. And then I started finding out, like with the 95 Souths, with the Uncle Lukes, with the Ocknells, with the people that were putting out party music, like partying, you know, like, we were doing sound check a little bit earlier, and I remember their music, but I forget how entertaining music was back then. Like, a track had to be entertaining from beginning to end for people to like, and it took off, you know, but I forgot the intro to the song, and I'm over here cracking up. And I was like, man, I remember when music like this played at a house party. Like, I'm one of them kids at house party. You know, I was one of them kids, you know, somebody's parents out of town. I'm sorry to all the parents that we messed up y'all's basements and drank out y'all good glasses and stuff when we were kids and y'all were on vacation and whatnot. But hey, it was part of the culture, you know. But I remember when songs like that came on, everybody just kind of, it wasn't turning up. It wasn't getting crunk. It was just, you got in a good mood, and it made you want to communicate and interact with the people around you. Where some of the music now is, I go to do shows and people are like, you know, I'm in a good mood. I'm like, man, I'm about to go walk up over and VIP, go holler at the DJ, let me go holler at the promoter, you know, let me go holler at everybody in the building, da-da-da-da-da. And I see some of these cats that are in there that are up and coming artists in there, and you could tell some of them, this is like one of their under 5 times of them ever performing. And as I see them getting in front of bigger audiences, I see these artists, they're in the corner just mean mugging it. Not talking to anybody there. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? You better live. These are the people that you want to embrace you, but you mean mugging them because you're going to do some angry music. Let me guess. Don't make something in one of your songs going to say you a baller, huh? You a Bravo. No, hold up. You a baller and you're a gangster. Oh my goodness, how do you do it all? and then you're Chopper on top of it.
But yeah.
Oh my, and then you're hitting then you're going to the booth, to the studio. Gee, somebody give this man $1 million. He is working too hard. But then But then but to me, it's like I'm comfortable. You know, I'm comfortable talking to people. I'm comfortable in those environments, and so it's like the music that I put out is usually some. You know, I got some party music. You know, my name's Larry. I like to party. You know, but I don't see a lot of it anymore. And then when you go to parties and you go to clubs, there's some turn up music, like you said. There's some trap music that I didn't even know I like trap music. I didn't know I like trap music. I just know that like a lot of the OGs and that are MCs, they're like, man, that trap music is killing things. You know, it's messing up the industry and the mumble rap. And I'm like, yeah, mumble rap and trap rap, boo. And then I'm sitting here riding. I remember I had bought this used car, right? Stopped at this lot, bought this used car. I'm like, I can use that car for work. Bomb. Go get this car. I get in the car. Now, this is how bootleggers get up here on the East Coast. Let me tell y'all, it gets serious. Now, you wouldn't think like 45 minutes away from the nation's capital, something like this would happen at a car dealership, right? I'll tell you what happened. I get in the car, and I do a little walk around. You know, I'm like, all right, cool, let's do the paperwork. I get the keys, get in the car, I take off. There's CDs in the CD changer. One of the CDs in the CD changer was Kevin Gates, and I never listened to him. I had never listened to him. I had listened to the popular songs. I had listened to like Two Phones and I Don't Get Tired, but then I'm like, you know what? I've never listened. I've judged him without even listening to a whole collective of work from him, just because he's a trap rapper. He's considered a trap rapper, and I was like, I think I like this. I think I like this Kevin Gates album. You know, that's not. Is that what trap music is? Because that's not bad right there. You know. But I don't know. I think that, oh my. Mosquito. You get him?
Freaking mosquito laying on my mic. I'm sitting here looking at him. I tried to get him and it'll get away.
You got them Florida mosquitoes.
Ass and I almost scream.
See, the mosquito was just trying to get his 30 seconds of fame on the microphone, and you crushing dreams over there. You crushing mosquitoes' dreams to be on the radio. This is horrible. At
least he was biting a good mic. I mean, I got an AKG C414, so at least he was biting something worth it.
I don't know what none of that is. I'm learning. My microphone is right here, and it works, and I like it, and it looks cool.
I got an Audio Technique. I got the AKG C414. I got the Shure. I don't know what the hell one is. And then I got this one, which says a synthesizer or some crap like that. Yeah. I had a few mics. Synthesizer.
Let me ask you something.
Synthesizer. Because E815S.
I personally don't watch the shows all the time, but sometimes I'll watch, you know, if I have a day off or something, I'm chilling out, I'll watch it, you know. But like the Love and Hip Hop shows, now they about to have a Florida Love and Hip Hop. They're about to have it down there in Miami. Yeah, Trina and Trick Daddy's supposed to be on it. Like, what you think about that? I don't know who else they're gonna have, but Trina and Trick Daddy's supposed to be on it.
And me, like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean,
that's what everybody know. Everybody know.
They want freaking drama. They want drama. Bitches come to Tampa. You'll get so much drama that New York, Atlanta, LA, wherever the heck you go, it'll top all those places. Trust me, come to Tampa, baby. There's too much drama here. They need to do it in Tampa. They do it on the underground too, like they're doing it. So
believe me, it's some places around. It's some places in my.
I don't know too many artists that are on it from Miami.
I'm saying they're gonna have but they're gonna have Trick Daddy on there. Do you think that Trick Daddy's a good person to represent like Florida in the hip hop culture?
Well, dude, artists adapted and had him, you know. And I mean, that's a Florida icon. So, I mean, yeah, but I thought it was still supposed to be somewhat underground too. And I don't really know any Miami artists that are on it like that.
What?
Be up so underneath there, you know? I don't know. I mean, nobody in Miami freaking blowing out like that yet.
Oh, So let me ask you this then. What underground artists in Florida do you think have potential to go right now? Like which artists out?
Blood Raw. I see that are out there doing things, been doing things for a long time. Crystal in St. Pete. You got Blood Raw. I think he's in North Florida. Like I said, you got Crystal in St. Pete. You got Tom G in Tampa. I mean, Little Zane and his people. He got Flo. I think Flo something. I forget his name. But I mean, we got artists. We got people right here in the Tampa area. We got people in the Tampa area that are you know, putting out there. But there's a lot of artists that have already been out there, been ready, that they should be focused on. But is the last place to be focused on, you know. But we got a lot of talent out here. I on that, you know. If they're gonna bring back some old school people for ratings, you know, bring back the Florida people. But if it's artists, bring on the underground artists that are here doing stuff in this Florida area, not just Miami because it's Miami. You know what I mean? Love you, Miami, but whatever. You know what I mean? You would drama. I swear to God, you would drama. Come to Tampa, man. That's that. You want ratings? Come to Tampa. They'll give you ratings, man. Here because of the, you know, I don't even have a TV show on it, and I'm just looking around like these ratings are off the chart.
I'm about to interrupt a second.
Mr. Mitchell, what's going on, boss?
Yes. It's all is good.
Yes,
we are going to have to hold on. Let me turn. I got two different things going on here. We're going to have to turn off. We're going to have to go off of the video conference and go via telephone. The reason I say is because they were having a problem. Apparently, they're trying to log in on their side, and it's showing that it's off air. And we all know that we are on air. We're actually live right now. We're live right now. We're on air. But for some reason, what they're getting is an off-air message. So, Larry, you know how to go into the conference and set up the show, right?
Yes, sir.
Go into the conference, set up a show, and I'm going to go ahead and send the phone number to them, and go ahead on into the going into the conference, the phone conference. So, Miss Music, you got the phone number there to the phone conference, right?
Yeah. Is there any way that we can? I can put it on speakerphone and stay on video, or do we have to get off video too?
Well. We can do that. We can do that if you want to do that as well. If you want to, because that way they'll still be on the video conference as well.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
so that makes sense. If you want to do that, Larry, you want to just do that? Do the phone conference? Go ahead and set up the phone conference, and I'm going to send them the phone numbers. And I'll go ahead and send the phone numbers. Okay. So get on the phone, and then just do just what you said, Miss Music. Sounds good. Okay. And stay on your video too, Larry. But can you do that too, Larry?
I believe so. Let me go in here.
Stay on your video and get and set the phone conference up. And we will go ahead and do the phone conference in addition to the video conference. And that way that'll still be worked up. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, y'all.
What's the phone number to the phone conference again? 7. Tell me, Larry, you know better than I do, because you made a rap about it. We lost Larry. Yeah, okay. 7. I got the phone number right here. Okay, we lost Larry. Okay. You can hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me set this up. Larry's call dropped, but we will resume here soon. Yeah, we'll resume shortly. Let me get this phone number.
Thank God I got the other phone.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you all over it. That's a good idea. That way.
Hey, everybody, what's up? Yeah. What's up? We're gonna try to keep it video, and we're gonna keep it phone calls. So you're gonna have both. You're gonna have video and phone calls.
2770.
Music right now. We on WBOK Radio live streaming, about to go on interview with 95 South. If you don't know who they are, you better go ahead and get to your Google right now and Google them.
Tell you what, and while you're setting that up, I will go ahead and play a little bit of 95 South. What about that? How does that sound?
Or Yogi better get his butt back on here.
Yeah. I'm going to play, while you're doing that, I'll play a little bit of 95 South, but we're going to play them again.
One time I'll be out of voice that, I could be able to do the whole show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Me tengo hambre. Yeah.
I tell you what. In commemoration, what we'll do is while we're holding, I'll play a little bit of Jackson 5 while we're holding, okay? Play a little bit of Jackson 5 while we're holding. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
The whole world's coming together now. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Feel it in the air. The wind is taking me everywhere. Yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? All the colors of the West. Yes, it's alright. Take my hand to your brother, tell me twice. Everywhere you try to teach the man who is paid in the trouble. Cause we're all the same. That's the blood inside of me, inside of you. And I tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And I tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Sing aloud because we want to make a God. Take the hand and sing a song so pure and salvation brings. Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Ooh. Can you feel it? All the children of the West, yes, it's alright. Let me do your brother and tell him twice. Take the news to the mob and then who are killing the violence that won't be. Cause we're all the same. Inside of me, inside of you. Tell me, can you feel it?
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. I got it. I got it. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, I'm in here. I'm just, yeah, okay. I think you logged on for your video conference, Larry. You logged on from your side. Yeah. Is there a way you can still open back up your not. If not, she's got you on three-way. She's got you on her phone. So, you know. Yeah, we've never done it this way. But, you know, we got to try new things, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to try new things. Oh, okay. There we go. We got you, Larry. We got you, brother.
All right. Now,
okay.
See,
now what am I?
Me on there?
Am I drowning out? Am I drowning you guys out? Do I need to back up? Okay, come forward. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Check. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll get my mic right.
Just the radio world, ladies and gentlemen.
I need to get that music right. I need to get the music up too. So hold on 1 second. I need to get that record on. Hold on 1 second. Check. Actually, that's a great idea, Miss Music. Larry, also mute your microphone in the Hangouts area, in the Hangouts part, because just mute your microphone because we'll get feedback for both. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm glad you thought about that, Miss Music. So yeah.
Well, mine was muted, so I had to take it off. Okay.
Yeah, so we won't have any feedback from the Hangouts.
Got you. Okay, so that's what Yogi's gonna sound like on the speakerphone right there. I don't know what the hell that was, but okay. At least I got the good mic. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's still the hell is that noise? I think that's my mic feedback. I'm checking it right now. And yeah, it took the sound out. How do I sound? You still hear me or no?
Go again.
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I don't want to turn up too high. I think it was a feedback between the speakerphone and my mic. But wait, so I'm just trying to make sure you still hear me. And you can still hear what's coming in on the on the phone without it. So, cause I got a good mic. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. I like freaking Little John voice. Yeah. Yeah. I need to get my freaking voice back. Shut these ice about now. Oh, I lost a piece of ice cube. Shit. I ain't looking for it. I don't know when my feet hit the ground though, and I go sliding on my ass. Anyways.
What? Watch your language. We're still live, y'all. Watch your language.
Nope.
Watch your language. We're still live.
Yes, sir. Body language. My bad. I lost my stuff.
Technology. Hey,
I'm gonna play a song until we get things weirded out. So just hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get a song ready.
Yes, sir.
Hold on 1 second.
I think I'm getting a little under the weather, people. With all the weather. So much rain and stuff. Oh my Lord. Starting to feel it. It was such a nice day to sleep today.
Hey, Larry. Yes, sir. You still you're in the panel, right? The conference call panel. Yes, sir. Find a track and just play it in the background while we're getting this sound and everything weeded out. Gotcha, boss. Oh, we can play some. Oh yeah, that'll work. Brother, we just had on before that. Oh yeah, let's play some. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. Here we go. Encore live show. WBOKRadio.com. We have some technical difficulties. Here goes the music. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. My bad. I was trying to tell you why the song was going on. Yeah, what's up, bro? Well. What do we have here?
What do we have here?
Live on WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show. We finally have 95 South in the building with us.
Ow!
There it is, baby. What's up, this Daddy Black? What's going on? What's up, P? Hey, I think we got hold on, let's get the sound right. I think we got some feedback off of somebody here. Miss Music, is it your phone that we're hearing back? That sound. Yeah, I think it was.
I turned it down.
Are y'all getting feedback also on your side, Larry? My sound is good. No feedback. No feedback. Okay. All right. We get started.
Okay.
This entertainment business is safe. Filming this right now on the Encore Live Show on WBOKRadio.com. Yo, what's up, homie? It's hard to hear you, but I think you said you wanted to introduce ourselves. What's up, this Daddy Black, 95 South. Yo, this your boy Mike, 95 South, in the house. What's up, homie? Man, I ain't doing nothing but being blessed.
Yes.
I know that's right, man. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot going on in the country. So definitely, man, we're definitely blessed on this end. I wanted to, we were talking a bit before we got you all on when we were going through some other difficulties. Going and letting people know exactly who 95 South is. 95 South, a very dynamic hip-hop group. During a time when there was a lot of censorship, there was a lot of things going on with hip-hop where they were kind of trying to suppress hip-hop from going out. And these brothers were part of an elite group of hip-hop artists and MCs that pushed through and had to go through the political traumas to be able to get on. And also, in the meantime, made some historic music. I mean, I told my 9-to-5 boss who I was going to be interviewing this weekend, and you're talking about an Italian and German man. I'm like, Whoot There It Is. One second. I apologize. Larry, did you hit record so we can start the recording on the conference call? Not yet, sir. Hit record so we can get the interview started. All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The recording has started.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I was asking a question in 95 South. We've had some technical difficulties throughout the broadcast this evening, but we're going to rock it out. 95 South with us here on Encore Live Show, the WBOKRadio.com network. I was asking the brothers from 95 South, the brothers of the innovative song Whoot There It Is, plus a lot more music that they put out throughout the years. I was asking Miss Music because she's actually a music industry person in Florida. And she's up in Tampa, but I was going to ask you all, like, there was a very distinctive sound when you all came out that everybody knew it was Florida music. And now it seems to be like people always correlated Florida music with down south music. And now it's like down south music sometimes is considered Atlanta. Or the Carolinas got their time to shine. Well, how do you all feel about the progress of hip-hop in Florida?
Pretty much.
What's up, this Daddy Black? I think basically, the music has changed a lot, especially since, we are considered bass artists. Music has changed a lot, and the evolution of it, I think, has been pretty cool, Florida has always held our own, and I think Atlanta, when they say down south, Atlanta being in the south, you know, they are kind of at the forefront right now because they have a lot of out of Atlanta, you know, and Atlanta has always been a great market for us, and they've always supported us, and we support them, and I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, as long as the South getting their props, because it's been a long time since we did get our props. I mean, we, like you said earlier, we were in the industry at a time where it was, I considered the golden age of hip hop. You know, we were, you know, performing with the likes of people like Tupac, you know, that whole West Coast movement, Dr. Dre and NWA, and just a lot of great artists at that time. And everybody was individual, and everybody had their own sound, you know, which was a great thing. But I think right now what's happening is everybody's sounding so similar, and there's no real, you know, separation in, you know, in the sound, I think. Exactly. And as far as the Florida sound, 95 South. As far as the Florida sound, there's, you know, there's bass music from Florida, there's bass music from Georgia, there's bass music from the Carolinas, even Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. That Florida sound, that's totally different. And we're in North Florida. So even the North Florida and the South Florida has a distinctive sound. You have to be from Florida to actually tell the difference. But us being in North Florida, we had a different take on the bass music. But it's all Florida. It's all Florida, and you can tell that Florida sound anywhere.
That's true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was good music. She's down there in Tampa.
We could tell by looking at the music videos. I could tell by looking at profile pictures whether or not they're from Florida. And I'm pretty dead on. So yeah, that's how like all around we have our own style. Like I can literally at 5,000 people, and I can literally look at my Facebook and be like, that's Tampa, that's Tampa, that's Tampa, that's Tampa, and be right. So yeah, we've just got our own style, and you can tell. So. Mm-hmm.
Yes, no doubt. So let me ask you, brother. Oh, I'm extra loud.
Yeah, just a little bit down. A few notches, I say like 3, 4.
I was gonna ask you about this, like during the time of Uncle Luke, when you all came out, what was the competition like? I mean, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of bass artists. Well, I can say mainstream bass artists. There was a lot of bass artists. You know, brothers like Half Pint, Beatmaster Clay D, Electronics, a lot of people who were out before us. But when we came out, there wasn't a whole lot of competition. You know, yeah, Disco Rick and the Dogs, you know, Luke. There just wasn't a whole lot. I mean, I can count on one hand the mainstream bass artists were out, like what's the guys? Deuce, Disco Rick and the Dogs, Uncle Luke, and Luke actually put us on our first tour. So, and then you had Magic Mike, people like Magic Mike, you know, who was definitely on a whole another level. But it was competition, so I think that's why Luke kind of put us on his tour along with some other bass acts, because we really didn't look at it as a competition. We looked at it as a camaraderie, as a situation where there was power in numbers, because the genre was still pretty new and it was small. And I think that was one of the reasons why bass music didn't last, because it wasn't a lot of bass groups for one, but then the ones that came out wasn't putting out quality music. So it really wasn't a competition, especially not for 95 South, because we came out, we kind of took the sound and did it our way, and it worked. South spun, you know, 69 boys, you know, this and that, 24K, 10 cans, and quality DJs, and so on and so forth. Say this, so the Quad City DJ, because I came up at a time where we were still in the speaker stage, you know, where we put 12s in the trunk. You know, at the car show at the park on the weekend, you know. And you got a system put in your car. or your truck, it was mandatory that you played a Quad City C-Day to be able to test those speakers in your vehicle.
Yeah.
If the speakers couldn't take that CD, you tell them, take it out and give me something else, man.
Yeah. Right. And that was one of our strategies coming out, marketing our music, is we took our CDs, where at the time we came out, Sept was the thing, and then soon after that, CDs came out, and we serviced all of the car stereo places. We would take our CD there and drop off a CD or two, and that is what the technicians would use to test systems. Like you said,
that's a hard idea. Really hard idea.
I swear that's how we did. From simple systems that somebody just installed themselves to like getting your vehicle done. You played that Quad City, and if the speakers and the system couldn't take it, then you knew where to stop the volume level with your system in your car. Yeah.
Now bass is like the thing. Like I grew up on all that Magic Mike, Rob Bass. I mean, oh my gosh, like we just bass heads out here, bass heads and booty music. That's all it is in Florida. We love to have fun, so we have to have something to play on the beach. It gets boring.
Yeah, and see, and I fun music. It was a fun time in the industry when we came out. It was amazing, and I think the music that we made reflected that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was saying that on the broadcast earlier about how in my time of hip hop, I started like my hip hop indoctrination as a kid in San Diego, the country, and ended up migrating to the East Coast. Now, as that migration happened, I was a kid when gangster rap, when Ice Cube and all them were like, coming out, but it was also the Kool Moe B era, the Big Daddy Kane era. But then it was the house parties.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a time of house parties.
Yeah.
So it was like 95 South definitely played at house party.
Yeah.
But it was a time when people had fun. Music was fun. I didn't remember the beginning of the song until we were doing sound check earlier. And it reminded me of being in like middle school, high school, at a house party down somebody's basement, and you hear that old man come on. Sonny.
Yeah, you know what? Even right now when I hear it, it takes me back.
And it just makes you laugh. It takes you back to a time when you had fun and people got together and weren't beefing. Like people were serious. Like it was still a time when people would dance off.
Yeah.
People don't know about the dance off no more.
Yep. You had a
people somebody got homes and everything.
Right. And it's just the energy. It was undeniable, and I see people today. We go out and do concerts, and guys stop me like, man, I love you guys. Your music is like the soundtrack of my college years, and it makes us feel good because it always takes people back to a time, just life was good, and people would just want to have fun.
I wanted to ask y'all about something. What got y'all, like, who was y'all's influence? Like, who y'all like, you know what? We can do this. We don't get out here and we gonna do this.
Well, it was all of the bass artists. Always tell Encore that they were my favorite group back in the day. But the original 95 South music started from, we wanted to be played in the clubs like Luke. So we had to make our, all of our music up tempo like Luke. But we wanted to make it clean so we could be played on the radio. And Magic Mike, we had to drop at least as much bass as Magic Mike was dropping. DJ Lemonhead, he stuck his foot in the beat, and we made sure that we had bass. But we wanted to make sure it was fast enough so you could dance off of it. So we took all of the all of the things we wanted to from Magic Mike and Luke, and we kind of, tweaked some of the things we that Luke wasn't doing. He was his, he was his man, and right. And Magic Mike, a lot of his songs really slowed down because we wanted to feature his bass, but we wanted to speed it up a little bit. So that's how the original 95 South sound came to play. I think was we were influenced by so many people. I think, just because in Florida, we would always, listen to the radio to get the next hot record or whatever. So I was definitely influenced by a lot of, up north rappers like Slick Rick, Dana Dane, LL Cool J, all of the classic people, But as far as the bass music, like Mike said, it was Uncle Luke, Half Pint. I remember seeing Half Pint perform in Daytona Beach one year, and that just totally changed my life. Dance to bass music, and it just blew my mind. So definitely some of those guys.
So I wanted to ask you all. First, I want to give a shout out to Uncle Head. We sat down and spoke with Uncle Head last weekend. Mm-hmm. We actually just played his Super Freak featuring Dutch on there right before you all came on. And I want to ask you all about this track and some of the evolution of y'all's music. But we got this track called Chevy by y'all. Right. Let's tell the people about that track for us real quick. Let them know what's going on with 95 South.
That's what's up. Well, 95 South, we did a record called Chevy. It's not as up-tempo as some of our, music that we're known for. But it was just a song that we felt like we would come back and just give them a taste of, just the feel of the Florida feel. It has that melodic guitar in it, that acoustic, a great record. It feels good. And we're talking about Chevys, how we do it. The guys out west, put them low, and out here we put them on those 28s. And it's just a real feel-good record. We thought that to the people, and I think people would really get into it.
See, because what you're talking about, I was a part of that where you saw old school big bodies, but they were on 14s with 100 spokes. Right. And I moved out to the East Coast, and now what they call in Florida, if I'm wrong, y'all please correct me. I don't want to embarrass myself. But in the Midwest, everybody had the box Chevys, and they had it on 20s and 22s. Oh, that's big. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Texas do that too, And then Florida got a whole other thing called dumps.
Dump, yeah.
Yeah, with the Paranisas, with the candy painted Paranisas. Mm-hmm. Y'all said, mm-hmm.
Yep, that candy paint.
Well, I want to let the people know about this track called Chevy by 95 South. Right here on WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live. So we talking about it. They said, like they just got to play the greens for the front.
There we go.
Every time I was riding, I don't want to have that on me. That's just like some, in my head, that's just that sunny Florida, a few of your homeboys, they all got some good Chevys, painted up nice, rimmed up nice. Y'all cruising, and that's just going out the windows right there.
No, and that was our intention, bro, you know, just to kind of bring that feel good vibe back. You know?
Yes.
Now,
Fun.
that's what I want to ask y'all too, because how y'all stay motivated to make positive music and feel good music with everything that's going on?
Well, you know, we're positive people, you know. And plus, if we made something crazy, you know, tell them what our mama do to us, you know, think of me and Dad Black with brothers, you know, and our mama, she ain't got them all, you know, so he's positive, you know. Daddy Black, he be grumpy sometimes, but but he mostly positive. Yeah, you know, and I think, you know, as artists, I think we have to, you know, be responsible, you know, not only just telling people, you know, where we come from and what we've been through, but also project what we want to do and where we trying to go, you know what I'm saying? So we can make records all day about our circumstances or the way we came up in the projects, you know, being affected by the whole drug situation that happened in the 80s and the early 90s, but we just rose above that. You know, all our friends, you know, a lot of them dropped out of high school to sell drugs, a lot of them are dead and locked up, you know, but instead of making records about that, we just wanted to make what life could be and the possibilities, you know what I'm saying? So we just decided to stick with you know, just the feel good music.
Yeah, that's right, people. Feel good music. And that's why you succeeded too. That's why you succeeded.
No doubt. Yeah. And that's why it's 23 years later and we're still, you know, able to go out and do shows. And that's what I like to, you know, impress upon young people who, you know, we either mentor or if I have the opportunity to be in the studio with young guys, I always want to just tell them, you know, make records for the future, man. You know, just don't limit yourself, baby.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Get outside your box. Outside it, you know.
How does that feel for you all when y'all see a new movie come out, or you see a scene in a show or something, and you hear one of your songs in the soundtrack? Cha-ching! I know that's right.
Right.
No, God on the truth. This morning, it was a movie on, and I knew we had a song on that movie. It was Damon Wayans. I forgot about what it is. I think The Great White Height.
Yeah.
And so I sat there till the end of the movie, and I just watched my name come up on the screen. Now, I used to do that back in the day when the movies, you know, just came out. I used to be the only one in the movie theater.
and I just watch my name come up on the screen. That's what I do. I showed my son the first movie that I had a song in was a Bill Cosby movie back in, I think, 88 or 89. It was called Ghost Dad. And I had a song in that movie. And or something like that. So the movie came on, and I paused it when my name came up, and he just looked at me like, yeah, and what? So I almost like threw him out of my house, but, you know, I think, you know, like they put people in jail for throwing out minors like that. But, you know, he didn't understand, but it still felt good to me, though. So.
Yeah.
And does it ever overwhelm you guys? Overwhelmed with it? Like you said, 23 years, and your music is still relevant while people are working to get their music even heard. No, we've never been overwhelmed because the music was always bigger than us. You know, even when we're long gone, they're still going to be playing Whoot There It Is. They're still going to be playing Heine. They're still going to be playing Rodeo, Tootsie Come On Rock the Train. They're still going to be playing it, and the music was always bigger than us. You know, so, you know, it comes on and everybody we're around like, oh, your song's on the radio. Sometimes I'm like, I'm wondering why they ain't play it more than just this one time.
I don't know, but I know that here in Tampa, in the mornings when I take my little boys to school, one of the local radio stations, I'm not sure if it's 94.1 or 98%. I think it's 94.1, but they have an actual
94.1 on Friday.
Yeah.
I listen to it every day when I'm in Orlando.
Okay.
Every Friday, because I live in Orlando, and we
Okay.
can get it in Orlando. So yes,
yeah, we be hearing like in the mornings they play all the old school stuff, and they be playing your stuff too, and we be jamming out. And I swear to God, I take you way back to that era and be jamming out. And I'm just like, man, I like when we be getting up in the morning. I don't want to be, you know, I mean, I gotta get up early as heck. I gotta take my kids to school, and I be jamming out before I get to the car line or jamming on the way back, and I be loving it because it's just like, you know, who the heck wants to get up that early and take your kids to school, have to sit in the car line, you like half asleep, whatever. But I'll tell you, man, you hear them play that stuff in the morning, and I'd be like, turn it up. I make the kids jam out. They didn't even know nothing about it until they heard that, and I was like, this is what mommy grew up on. So we're sitting there just jamming out, and they're kind of looking at me like, huh? But it was funny because as I'm jamming out, they start jamming out. So we're all bumping and jumping in the car, you know, to all the old school stuff. But I love it. So it's refreshing to hear the music I grew up on that would just have you bouncing, you know, and just full of energy. Yes, I love it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like you were saying, you know, and that's music you can jam to with your kids too. You know, like some of the music that come on, I couldn't listen to with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a lot of times vulgar. You know what I'm saying? So just feel good as a father that when my music come on, my kids can listen to it right there with me, and I'm not embarrassed about something I said.
Same thing with mine, yeah.
I did that. As an MC when I first came out, I had a lot of things on my mind. And there was a lot of people pulling me in different directions because of my image and influence. And I was like, okay, well, I can rap this, I can write. But what I freestyle and what comes to me is this. You know, I read and write music. I'm not just an MC, so it started feeling better when I would see like some of the neighborhood kids because they would hear the kids listening to my songs, and they'd be like, who's that? I'm like, oh. Like, for real. But then I would hear the parents, and then like a whole neighborhood, and that felt better to me. I live in a very diverse community. Right. Just like when you see people of different age groups and different ethnicities that are like, and they look, but when they see you standing out in your front yard, they don't know it's you. Yeah, they just listen to you. You watch their car go by with their kids in it, and you like, look, you're welcome. Okay, and we just always, you know, and was conscious of when we did go in to record that we weren't offensive, you know. You know, there was always a fine line that we could ride to make sure that we didn't offend anybody. So, you know, just being conscious of that going in the studio was always a plus for us.
Yeah.
So what would you all say is some of the most disappointing things that have happened with hip hop since you all came out? And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I don't want anybody to. I mean, like when you all first jumped out into the industry was different. And to the what in the way that the industry is now, what would you all say is one of the most disappointing things that have happened with the culture?
The most difficult thing that I think is going on with the hip hop that's going on today is everyone sounds the same. Back in the day, when DMX came on, you knew who it was. When Mace, you knew who it was. When Luke, when Black Pack, when 95 South, the 69 Boys, when Outkast came on, when I mean even when the guys are saying I got 5 on it, everybody had a different style. You know, now a song will come on, I'll ask my niece who's 15 or 14, and she says, I don't know. And when they don't know, I need their help, and they don't even know. And the song has been played on, and they like the song, and they're like, oh, that's my song. Who is that? They say, I don't know. And I'm like in a matrix, like, how can you help me?
How you gonna help Ike?
Right. And I mean, just the whole aspect of, this whole, I mean, like I said, we come from an era where music was fun, and don't get me wrong, violence has always been sort of like I don't want to say a part of hip hop, but it's always been there, you know what I'm saying? But now, it's these guys got these Dracos and it's all this beefing, and I'm just like, that's just very disappointing to me, because I'm just like, come on, music is supposed to uplift and music is supposed to inspire, especially the young people coming up behind us, and I just, it's just weird, and I just, and 95 South took a long time off because we were just kind of undecided what we wanted to do in the industry. Do we go out here and try to compete with these guys for the mind of a 12-year-old, or do we continue to stay in our lane and continue to make good music? And once we decided to come back, we were like, okay, we want to come back and make good music and just stick to what we know. And, and a lot of times we get overlooked because, we're not competing with these other people, but it's just disappointing sometimes that, you hear things. And something came across my timeline the other day about all these young rappers who got some buzz, but a lot of them got killed, like a lot of these guys out of Chicago and some of these guys from up north, they come out, make a record, they get 1 million views on YouTube, and somebody shoot them in the face. And I'm just like, wow, and mind you, it was about 15 or 16 of them, and I counted, and I was like, wow, how sad. So for me, that's the disappointing part of it, just gunplay and the violence that's going on right now.
Yeah, I myself, I had to, in a like my name Yogi, young original gangster Imperial. I came up in a time where community took care of community.
Right.
Where the OGs sat down and they pulled youngin to the side. You see a youngin doing something wrong, you see him not correct. You pulled him to the side and you sat and talked to him for a minute. You set his mind straight so that he didn't destroy himself out here. And I saw to myself when I had to, in a sociological aspect, I was like, what happened? How are these youngins out here causing all this destruction and damage? And what happened was the presence, the title and presence of a G and of an OG start being monetized. OGs were like, you know what? Well, I can make $1 million off of how I know how to live, and if I put this on wax, then I'm gonna make money. So they stopped sending them. They stopped like how it says the game to be sold and not told. The time where the game was passed down, and that was the obligation of an OG. You couldn't just call yourself an OG. The community, you had to take care of your youngins out there. You had to guide. You had to when there was things going on negative in your community. You got the title OG from being a person that stepped up and did something about it, not that sat at the park on the bench and gossiped about what was going on. And I think a lot of people started to be more selfish about what they wanted out of the game instead of what they could put and leave in the game, like what you brothers are saying. When y'all hit the studio, y'all thought about the longevity of your music. But this song right here gonna get us $1 million, bro. So we can just say whatever we want. Whatever they want to hear, as long as it makes us $1 million, we good.
Right. You know, and we never took that approach. It was always what we wanted to do as far as fun. You know, we didn't even know if the record was going to sell or any of the records going to sell. We just went in and did what we like to do and to put out what we felt like that would best represent us and where we were coming from. And it worked, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell a lot of these young guys, and I'm always trying to get these young guys game, especially in the studios. Bruh, make sure that you're doing music that your kids can listen to. Make sure that you can make your music that your mom won't be offended by. If you're in the car with your mom and your music came on, that she won't be offended by something you're saying, or just, you know, just anybody riding with their 12-year-old daughter. If your song come on the radio, you don't have to change the station, and I have to do that constantly. You know what I'm saying? First of all, my kids don't have to even get in the car with me and play that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But they can listen to it in their own time. You know, because I'm not the kind of parent to say, well, you know, you can't listen to this, you can't listen to that. But I will allow them to listen to certain things, and I will explain to them exactly what's going on. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's just one of those things. You're right. You're right. We actually failed these young people, man, by not really giving them the game like we should have.
Yep.
But it got to be what I saw. It became easier to take care of self. The honest time where people said, well, let me get myself straight, and then I'll be able to help other people. Mm-hmm. But then getting yourself straight as an OG got very comfortable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you knew the way to handle business, and self straight, because I can't tell these youngins how to do something if I can't show them that I'm capable myself. You work towards that capability and you're living that life, you're like, man, I'm tired.
Yep, and also you have to understand too that there was a shift in the industry as well, because mind you, 95 South wouldn't get played on some stations because we said booty. Like, look at that boo there, who that is. And we got blocked from a lot of stations, so even the word booty at that time was highly censored on the radio. Mm-hmm. That's why there was a competition, or not a competition, but a controversy when Tag Team dropped their record. They dropped the Whoop There It Is, WHOOMP, and we dropped the Whoop There It Is, WHOOT, and a lot of people don't know that, you know, but we actually had the record first. It was DJing in a club that we actually took the record to. They took the record, duplicated it, and dropped it without booty. You know, where we said booty, they said B-O-O-T-Y-O my. Where we said look at here, they said shakalaka, shakalaka. Where we said whoop, there it is, they said whoop. And they kind of beat us on single sales because they were able to get those crossover stations that wouldn't play the word booty. And I said that to say, of course, there was a shift in the industry at the time where it was highly censored. And to pull back a lot of the regulations, so that allowed these artists who wanted to say crazy stuff or curse or be extra on the records, it opened it up a little more for them. So radio and the industry started leaning more towards the risque type of music instead of playing the stuff that was fun. And that, I think that had a lot to do with it as well, because now you have these labels who are starting to invest in the prison industry because record labels were actually losing a lot of money. So they, you know, kind of shifted their focus more on the prison system and started promoting music that would send young people that route. And we can't forget about that part of it, because they definitely had an interest, because whatever happened to and these, you know, rappers who, the KRS-Ones and the rappers who, you know, the Poor Righteous Teachers who were continuing to do great music, but they wasn't getting the radio play.
That's where like, I'm gonna ask you all this. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But I do want, because the conversation, like, first of all, I want to thank you brothers for sitting down on a Saturday evening and through the difficulties of even having an interview happen, you all sticking with this and rocking with us this evening. I want to thank the brothers of 95 South. You know, I want to thank our dedicated listening audience and our viewing audience as well. Hello, everybody. My boss, HNSC Mitchell, and the rest of the WBOKRadio.com family and staff, and my co-host, Marlene Bamasika, Ms. Niji. Like, we've come a long way, and having you brothers on and the conversations that we're having right now, of course, everybody knows the music, but they don't really the artist behind the music and what's in the mind of the artist and the motivation behind the artist. But I do want to remind the people of the music that you all create and the vibe that you all stand for. That we have this track coming up called After Party. See, I usually don't make it to after parties when I perform because my pregame is cherries. I just don't believe in spending hundreds of dollars at the club. That's not my fault. Right. That's what the people come to see. The people that come to see me, they gonna spend the money at the bar. That's cool. Me and the video owners get along because of that. But if you paying me, I'm not giving you back the money. If you gave me $500 to perform, I'm not giving you $20 at the bar. No. Right. Listen. I'm straight when I get there. That's why we don't do shows at strip clubs. No, sir. Oh, I never have. I won't. I refuse. I'm not knocking it. And that's, you know, there's the chitlin circuit, as we call it. But then there's like the chitlin juice circuit. Right. I'm not going to do a show, get that money, and you ask for it back for a lap dance. Nah. I like a good lap dance. Don't get me wrong. But I come there so I can get some money to pay a light bill, not get a lap dance.
So you wouldn't perform Whoot There It Is at the strip club if they wanted to pay you to do it?
No, because they're gonna ask me for my money back when I get off stage. and I don't trust me. So
he's like, I don't trust myself.
I got a lap.
You got some big booties out here too now. These
I got lap dance in one ear, and I got my child's school lunch that's -$3 in the other ear. You know, that's a hard decision.
I'm saying.
Oh, that's pressure.
We got some big booties out here too. We do got some big booties out here. You would definitely be in trouble.
You don't know that kind of pressure. That is grade A pressure. That is, man, okay, I want my child to eat, but yeah, champagne is in my ear.
Right.
But champagne is in my ear, and you know, that's too much pressure for a brother. Oh my God. Listen, and Sexy Red, she's telling me some good stuff, you know, and I just don't want that kind of pressure, so that's why I don't even do the shows at the strip club. Oh my goodness. I say, yeah, I'm gonna write a song just for you. For real. So let the good people know about this track called After Party. After Party. Yeah, that's now that's that jam right there. So everybody, y'all get ready. You know, the next 95 South single, After Party. Y'all check that one out.
Y'all heard that, right? Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
After Party. Live and direct. 2017. 95 South. WBOKRadio.com. The Encore Live Show. 95 South. I think we just gave the people something that they've been missing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just, I want y'all brothers to know something. As I was listening to this, I'm grooving to this track. Y'all can see that I'm grooving. We still have a video audience watching as well. I get an update from our Texas family. They doing all right. Our Texas family doing all right. And we got to give a huge shout out to Angela Tuma Smith. She tuned in right now. She said to tell you brothers, listen to y'all talk about performing at a strip club. Had her cracking up over there.
What's up, Angela? What's up, Miss Tuma? Yeah, she's come on board to help us promote this new endeavor that we're doing called the Bad Boys of Bass, which is a group of bass groups, 95 South, of course, Uncle Head, Black Tag, Dutch Dirty, Money Mark, Brother Marquis, Gucci Crew, and JT Money. You know, I think he's coming on board. Ooh. And this and that. And we're kind of forming, Money Mark as well. And we're forming a coalition of bass groups that we can, come together, make great music, and also help each other promote. It's also put information online. We have a page on Facebook called Bad Boys of Bass. If you're listening, please go check it out and like the page. But you can get all the information and contacts from any bass group. Or as far as, if you're just a fan or you're a promoter that want to reach out to the bass groups and towards the bass page and check us out. And we there and be looking for some great music coming from the Bad Boys of Bass. We're in the studio right now, so first to get it.
I wanted to say something. Just, I say this a lot. Like, I get the opportunity to sit down and talk with and get the brain of and hear the new music from so many people in this industry. You all are a group that I never thought I'd be able to sit down and speak to. Like, I promise, it's taking me back right now. Wow. And I'm so appreciative of you all's vibe, of y'all's energy, and the music that you all have put out already, and the music that you all are continuing to put out, and the movements that you all are doing, because they're lacking that. And I think that when a lot of people say there needs to be a change in hip-hop and we need to get back to some core and rooted things, that it takes OGs, it takes people that have had 20 plus years in entertainment to be able to get that going again, to get people motivated and get people pumped up again about music. It used to be about so much more than just music. And a lot of cats, like we said, they're so focused on the monetary gain that they forget about what their footprint that they're leaving behind.
Mm-hmm. We need to get back to the time to where, I know it'll never go back to this because CDs are not, relevant anymore. But that feeling you got when you opened up a CD and they had the words in the sleeve. You don't know they got them in there until you actually buy the CD and you pull them out. Boy, they got the words of all the songs inside the CD. Boy, that feeling. We need to get back to that kind of feeling.
You better stop it. They ain't ready. And like you say, a lot of the new artists ain't really singing about nothing, so the words wouldn't make sense. He was just like, whoop, whoop, whoop. You hear that 1,000 times. It's not a word, man. Right. So it is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, like I say, we're going to stick to our guns, no pun intended. We're going to stick to what we do and just continue to make great music. And we'll see where the future takes us. And we're also working on a documentary called Beyond the Bass. You'll be able to come into the life of 95 South and see how it was actually built, the foundation of it, and what spawned from that. All right. Hot seat. Top 5 favorite artists. You want to go first? Top 5 favorite artists. Yeah. All time. Ice Cube. I'm gonna say Outkast. Let's see. R. Kelly. Luke. And who else do I really like? I like so many people. Yeah. Back to you on that fifth one. Now who listened that? Go ahead. Who just said that? That was my
Mike, this is me.
Mike nasty.
Okay, it's Daddy Black.
Daddy Black. Let's go.
Pop. You know, definitely Tupac. Biggie was another one. Andre 3000. You know, I like 8-Ball MJG. My last one will probably be the I have to say JT Money. I was listening to JT Money. Yeah, I was listening to JT Money in high school, and you know, it is just a privilege and a pleasure to sometimes grace the stage with him and be on the same show. So when I see him, I'm still like that little kid, you know, that's like, damn, that's JT Money, you know. But yeah,
I'm like that right now with y'all.
Hey, I got to film him. I got to film him recently with Rick Ross, man. Like, and it's funny because ever since he popped up at the Rick Ross events that I was filming, and JT Money popped up on there, I've been hearing JT Money's name ever since. And it's like crazy because I actually have footage of him up there on stage with Rick Ross performing. And ever since then, that's all I've heard. And it's just like awesome at the people that I'm meeting from this, you know, person that raps and is out there that I actually film. So as I'm sitting here and I've heard of him, but you know, I didn't have an extensive background on him. So being involved with that, and then all of a sudden everybody talking about him, I'm like, wow, you know, okay, this is who I just filmed. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, JT Money was the original Florida gangster. You know, he started out, you know, with Luke on Luke Records, you know, but he was the original. Like he was like the original Florida gangster, came out.
Yeah, I had to make sure he was original.
Making party records, and he's just an amazing guy all the way around.
Exactly. I had to make sure it was the same one because I remember back then, but I was like, let me do some research because I'm like, we used to have, you know, somebody named that. And I'm just like, wow, you know, it kind of looks like him. And I'm like, you know, and then I was just like, ever since then, we've had everybody on and everybody's been talking about JT Money. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool, man. I just filmed it.
Oh, that Who That track by JT Money, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I was in the Army, that was in my earbuds when I was downrange. Got me through some dark times.
Well, I would have that DMX on and that Rob Black.
Okay.
Or Black Rob.
We got a little bit more time left, and I want to make sure we get some more music in this time. Because, you know, we do this all the time. You know, we talk. And when we have artists on that can just sit and speak with and just feel like we're sitting down with family, just chopping it up, sometimes we forget we're a radio station.
Right.
We got to play music for the people. Damn it, monster.
Darn government.
So I want to give the listening audience an Encore live show at WBOKRadio.com. This next track by 95 South, I'd love for them to introduce this Wet and Wild.
What's up? It's Daddy Black. Yo, this is boy Mike 95 South. Y'all get ready to get wet and wild with your boy. Let's do it.
You wanna get wet
Wow.
You wild. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Now, what I don't understand, what I personally don't understand is why is that not? I don't know. I would say, like you all said about the choices that you all make when y'all hit the studio, when y'all sit down and y'all put that pen to that pad. Y'all consciously choose to make positive music, uplifting music, things that make people want to get on the dance floor. Just dance, just feel good. Why do you think that they don't promote that as much anymore? Because it was a long, I remember, I fainted. There was a long period of time where if you had anything negative, they didn't play it. If you had anything controversial, they didn't play it. I remember when you couldn't, every 3 to 4 songs on the radio in Chicago, in San Antonio, in Killeen, in Temple, in Waco, in San Diego, in Sacramento, everywhere that I had been, every 3 to 4 songs, one of y'all songs was playing. And why do you all think that shift happened?
I really don't. I don't know, but I just really feel like the industry just sort of decided, the powers that be, whoever run the industry, just decided that it wouldn't. I mean, I just think that they understand how powerful music is, and I think making positive music just didn't benefit certain people. You know, it doesn't. I don't, because it'll sell. We've proven that. You know, 95 South and our whole family, our whole clique between 6 and 9 Boy Quad City, we've sold over 30 million records easily worldwide. So it will sell, but the thing about it is the powers that be don't want positive music out. You know? So
has that shifted you all, like when you all first started off in this, with that being said, 30 million records?
Yes.
You know, with the way that technology, like what we dealt with tonight on the radio show, where technology sometimes kicks us. And sometimes technology will kick us in the shin.
Right.
You know? But with technology nowadays, versus to when you all first came out, is it easier to just make money and to sell your records to the audience that wants it versus the people that want to filter it?
Yes, it is. It's a lot easier now. But I think for guys like us who we've been through so many paradigm shifts, it's almost like when we first came out, like I tell young guys in the studio now, you guys have it so easy because everything is digital. It's just a click of a mouse. We come from a reel-to-reel tape. I remember we recorded my first demo on a reel-to-reel, same thing with Mike. From reel-to-reel to ADAT, from 2-inch tape to ADAT to Pro Tools came out in the early 90s, and then from there, you know, we kind of had to make those shifts. So now we have to find ways to take advantage of social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snap. It's just so many different technologies. So that's a whole nother paradigm for us. We have to get over and learn how to get in and do all of this stuff. See, I'm 44 years old. So I have to call my kids like, hey, how do you do this or how do you do that? So it's supposed to be easier, but for guys for me who are not computer savvy as I should be, I'm learning and I'm getting better at it. My wife, she's on me constantly about being better at it. So it's easier, but it's not. Because now we're in a position where we have to go out and deal directly with the audience as opposed to the record label and a marketing department doing it. So I have to take on the work as a marketing department and all of that stuff myself, and having to learn to do that is just, you know, just an obstacle we have to get over. But, you know, it's getting better day by day.
Right. Well,
it's definitely skills though you're acquiring. So that
Yeah.
you know how to do it yourself. And that's what I'm learning. I don't like it either because I'm like, I'm just a music artist, but then, you know, I'm learning how to do things when it comes to learning about equipment that I'm using. And I'm like, I'm not an engineer. And then next thing you know, I'm going to be taking lessons here soon on how to work my board and run my own daggone studio. And it's just crazy, you know, but You got to do that, you know, and that's you. If you don't get any skills, you're not going to go anywhere. So might as well learn those skills and get where you need to be, you know.
Yep, you're right. I mean, even editing software from your visuals, you know, I'm stuck having to. Me and my wife sit in the bed at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out Sony Vegas. Sony Vegas, you know, trying to make videos and things like that. You know, it's a little nerve wracking, but like the young lady say, you know, it has to be done. Mm-hmm. Completely self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, brother, this question. With the lineage that you all have had in the industry, and you all have projects coming up, we're talking about, like, you know, Bring Back the Faith. What would you say is the most difficult thing for seasoned artists nowadays?
I think for me, the most difficult thing is, you know, having the latitude to bring the new music, because when people think 95 South, they automatically think bass record, you know. But if you listen to our albums, we were very diverse in the music we bought. We just happen to have a lot of success with the bass tracks, you know. And I think for me, it's like trying to introduce new music. You give it to the DJs. They be like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not 95 South. So you're kind of boxed in to a certain sound, you know what I'm saying? So if 95 South decided to put out a trap record, people be like, huh? You know, so for a seasoned artist, by us already having a standard set and a track record, it's kind of hard to deviate from that, you know. So for me, you know, that's just the hardest thing for me, a seasoned artist.
I would just keep creating the music. I just keep creating it, you know, like, because nobody's gonna have your sound. Nobody's gonna be able to copy what you do. So I mean, if you can't go anywhere else, keep creating what you're creating, because I mean, it's working. It's been working, you know. And like you said, it might help bring back that influence, because you blow up again, they're gonna be like riding your coattail again, like they doing everybody.
Right, and I think that's what we learned, because like in the mid 90s, going to the late 90s, you know, when the Hot Boys and, you know, Bounce was the thing, you know, we tried to delve into that a little bit, and we created a whole album. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have so much unreleased music, but when we started, you know, because the music was changing, so we were still trying to get that mainstream record, and at that time, Bounce was the thing. Everybody was doing Bounce. Everybody wanted to hear Bounce. You know, the Hot Boys, you know, Master P, and all them came out. So we tried to do a type of music, and people totally wasn't feeling that.
Well, because you created your own lane.
You know what I'm saying? But when you look at artists like, for instance, Mary J. Blige, and this is a whole different genre, but she's been able to reinvent herself so many times and stay relevant.
Yeah.
So as an artist like 95 South, do we continue to do music like we did in 93, or do we try to reinvent ourselves and reintroduce to the industry? And for some reason, we just can't get over that hump. So we learned, like you said, just stick to what we're doing, and you know, and things do come back around. So I think, you know, right now bass music might be. I heard DJ Khaled put a bass record out on his album, so hopefully that'll give us a little bit of you know, steam.
Yeah, well, you just got to put it out there, man. I mean, if you just get it out there, it's a promotion. You get it out there, you get people hearing it, they're going to pick up that vibe and want to keep feeling it. But like you said, stay in your own lane, keep creating what you create, and everything circles back around. I mean, we end up in the wintertime with bell bottoms on. I mean, you know, everything repeats. But keep doing what you do, because I'm honestly saying nobody can create the sound you create. And you need to keep that pumping. You need to keep that pumping, and that will influence other artists to be able to try to do what you do. But keep doing it, because we miss that music. And the older generation and your age right now, I'm 43. That's all we want to hear. We don't even want to hear this stuff no more. I want to hear that. So if you can come out with some new stuff, man, hit my email up, man. Drop it in my email, tmusicradio@gmail.com. Hit me up, music@missmusicdiva.com. Drop it in my email. And I'll push it on my sites for free, because I want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? All my peoples that are my age will be listening to it, definitely. Because they listen to Troop, High Five, everybody we had on. Yeah. We love that stuff. We respect that stuff. That's what we want to hear. So if you can come out with some new stuff, you get a new CD, man, we finna be on it. WBOK Radio, we gonna be on it. T Music Radio, we're gonna be on it. Boss gonna be on it. Yogi gonna be on it, man. Angela gonna be on it.
Everybody that's tuned in right now also has to remember that Mr. Mitchell gave the reins to the jukebox app to Miss Music. That's where your music gets played. That's where when people say, where can I hear your music? Where can I find your music? Tell them, you go to WBOKRadio.com on your laptop, on your dang on tablet, your cell phone, and you click in WBOKRadio.com, click on that jukebox, and you see our picture, click on it, and you'll see a playlist of songs. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. That's what's up. So like I said, we are in the studio, we're making great music, and you guys are going to be the first to get it.
Thank you.
Words bond.
Awesome.
All right, so I wanna get one more hot seat question. Now, usually I ask people the top 5 artists that they like, and then the 5 artists that they wish never made music. But in y'all, right? I know that's funny. But in y'all instance, I want to ask you all your top 5 producers y'all like to work with.
That's a good one.
This is Mike. CC Lemonhead. That's my all-time number 1. I love Mr. Colin Park, before Michael Coombs. I love him. I'm gonna take y'all back. Well, I like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is cool. I like DJ Pooh because I'm an Ice Cube fan, to heart. And I love the Bomb Squad. Yeah. That's the first time I actually started picking up on producers when I heard the all the Public Enemy. And Public Enemy is my number 5th group. Public Enemy, that's my favorite group. Black Pack. He's a top between Black Pack and Public Enemy. Okay. They're my boy. Hey, excuse me.
I can't even dive on him. Okay? Like music that you all made a while ago to the music that you all are making now. When you said Public Enemy, young artists coming up like make music that's gonna last. I bet you if people play I bet you right now. Now you're gonna feel me on this one. I ain't gonna say my age. Music breaking rules, telling her age and everything.
I don't care. I'm proud of my 43. Don't nobody look like me at my age. All y'all people in school made fun of me. I'm interviewing all those people that we used to listen to, and I look good doing it. Thank you.
Hey now. But I would say this: with everything going on in our society right now, especially things that directly affect our culture, and I'm not just talking racial culture, I'm talking about our entertainment culture, our hip-hop culture, all that. If some of these youngins sat down and put on Public Enemy, Fear of the Black Planet album, did I hit a nerve? It's crazy that album was made that long ago. But if you play it right now, some of these youngins they'll wake up in the morning, #woke. But I'm loving that from you all. That OG is definitely in that vibe. We have 95 South on the Encore live show. On the day that we announced that we have the whole country tuned in for us. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the other states too. Them states people don't like to talk about. We got them all. They all love us. They all love the artists that we bring on. They love the knowledge that gets dropped. I've had artists tell me, they inbox me, random people on it, and they're like, hey, brother, really appreciate the knowledge, and the people y'all have on dropping gems, and I have to pay for a seminar to get this knowledge. Yeah. I'm like, well, you're welcome, but who are you? They're like, oh, I'm an artist out of Utah. Oh, okay. All right, okay. That's what it do. Email the station. You know, if the artists that we have on, because most of the artists that we have on, like yourselves, we promote, like this is y'all's time to, you know, promote everything you got going. Let people know how to get a hold of you. If people want features, if people want advice, if people want mentorship, holler at them. Can you let the people know a little bit of that information? Like, how do they get a hold of y'all?
They could definitely visit our website at www.95southmusic.com. They can email us at 95southmusic@gmail.com, or you can hit myself up on Twitter at DaddyBLK95South, Instagram DaddyBlack95South.
You can hit me up, this Mike at Mike95South on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, just hit us up, reach out to us, you know, and we're available. You know, we are very approachable guys. We're humble in what we're doing, and we'll definitely get back to you.
Well, see, now, I'm going to have to go ahead and ask y'all, who y'all want to give some shout-outs to? Who y'all want to show some love to?
I want to show some love. I want to send a shout-out to everybody that's listening. WBOK, thanks for having us. Angela Tuma, thanks for, you know, coming on board and helping us out. You know, we love you for that. And I'm just ready to, you know, take it to the next level. All the bad boys of bass, you know, Black Bag, my homeboy, Uncle Head, JT Money, Money Mark, Dutch Dirty, the Gucci Crew. I can't wait for new music from them. Everybody, you know, just...
I just want to give a shout out to all the bass heads out there, to the bad boy of the bass, Granddaddy South, Money Mark, my boy Dutch, Head, Gucci Crew, Brother Marquis, definitely. Just want to give a shout out to you guys. Thanks for having us on, and just everybody who supported us. And I want to give a shout out to everybody, all the survivors. Out in Houston strong, y'all doing it out there. Just we thinking about y'all. We got y'all in our prayers.
That's real.
Yeah.
That is.
Now, I want to tell the people that Mr. Mitchell is a very calculated person. WBOKRadio.com, the Encore Live Show has not been able to be what it is without the man that pays the bill, the boss. H.N.I.C. Mitchell. And he's been working through everything that he goes through, and he continues to make me not a liar. We promise to bring y'all the best in entertainment from around the world, from your region, from your state, even from your block. And somehow I keep getting blessed with having the best in entertainment. The best. We're losing our greats. And I'm in a position where I'm blessed to be able to have some of the greats sit down and chop it up and gain knowledge from them. See what's going on with them. I never thought I'd be able to talk to you guys.
Not in a million years.
You got to remember, people are all from your age group. And I never thought I'd ever be able to have a conversation with you all.
Right? Crazy.
You put that out your head. When you're younger and the music first comes out, you're like, man, I love to chill with them. You know, if I could chill with them. And that, you know, and going through life and the music, I can remember every word of your songs. So, but in the back, I'm like, you know, I need a little bit of that 95 South vibe. So wow. I want to take people out of the interview. We're gonna do some final shout outs, but I want to remind everybody, for me, where it started with 95 South, and that Whoot There It Is, the original Whoot There It Is.
Yeah.
Yep. Not the Whoot. There it is. The OG, from the OGs, music and blessing people with good energy and vibes. Live on WBOKRadio.com, man. The Encore live show. It's just a little old me. My co-host Marlene Mama Feature. The Boss H&I Mitchell. We got 95 South for y'all right now. Let's play this show, man. Let's work.
Man,
Excuse me,
I really
Sonny.
appreciate
You know where I
man.
can find some booty?
make us sweat. They make us sweat. It's a workout. Workout. I'm telling you.
Now, you know, there's some music and some artists that came out through the years that they're like, man, that's that baby making music. You know, that so-and-so come on its own. And another thing, with y'all music, that track right there was over 4.5 minutes. If you had to be in the state to be a fan.
That's a workout. What you talking about?
Let me tell you, you would get pregnant in the club off our music. The other thing, get pregnant at the house, get pregnant at home, get pregnant in the club.
In the club, yeah.
He said that though.
Oh my God.
You said before Usher came up with it, y'all was already on it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I'm used to having morning sickness leaving the club.
Oh my.
For real.
Don't let me look at you. You're gonna have symptoms.
It was a great workout plan.
Yeah, man, and that music just takes us back to a time of Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
Freaknik, all of that. You know, just it was, you know, in early '90s, man. Where it was just a lot of fun and just a lot of beautiful things happening, man.
That's true. I used to be on the beach in Daytona. I used to do the circuit out there. They knew who I was, but I didn't go by his music. Everybody in Daytona spring break, especially back in the '90s, knew who I was, but they called me Baby Doll. So
yeah,
I was that little short blonde out there with that long blonde hair and that big old booty, that little tiny waist, and those were the days. And like you said, you know, Freaknik. Oh my gosh, like. There was a circuit, you know, so that was a circuit. That was a train, man. You got on it and you rode that. But I'm telling you, a great workout. I mean, we used to sweat so much in the club. We would walk out of there like we had been to the gym. Because dancing for so long and just that hyperness that you gave us, it was just like, I swear some of us stayed skinny off of it.
Yeah.
We did.
You look at some of those old pictures. We were $125, man.
Right.
See, I'm part of that group of brothers that's like 6'2" plus 200 plus pounds.
Yeah.
I sweated just dancing.
I got to chime in. I got to chime in a second. That hopefully I'm not too loud. Am I too loud, Larry?
You're good.
You're good, boss. Okay. I wanted to chime in and let you know I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. This is Charles. I want to tell you guys, man, I really want to thank you for the bottom of my heart for you taking the time out tonight to do the interview.
You're welcome. You're most welcome, brother. Thanks for having us. You know, we're definitely, you know, putting, like I say, new music out, and we definitely, you know, need people to listen. And just thank you for giving us the platform to be able to promote some new music and chat it up with you guys.
Oh, no doubt. We have. Hold on, I'm hearing my echo on here. I have to take the earphones out because I keep hearing an echo. But I actually want to tell you that we will definitely be here for you. So just keep us posted on any new stuff you got coming out because we definitely want to new stuff. I also just sent you a friend request, Mr. Carlos, and I want to also thank Miss Angela also for setting this up as well too. So
that's what's up. You guys need anything from us? If you guys need anything from us, don't hesitate to ask any drops, anything. We're more than happy to you guys need.
Well, thank you. Oh yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Mitchell, speaking of Miss Angela Schumer-Smith, for us to be able to, she said she appreciates the attention and everything that we give her, and she appreciates being a part of the WBOKRadio.com family. But she had a request for everyone that wanted to help out or do anything that they could with the disaster going on in Houston. Just look up #HoustonStrong. And the things that people can click on to donate, help what they can do. They want answers on how to help. Hashtag Houston Strong on any of your social media sites. And pray for our family down there in Texas.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And if I'm not mistaken, too, I believe they're putting a benefit concert together, and I know we'll be participating in that as well. So
yeah,
they're working. Yeah, they're working
Uncle Head
right
putting that together. I said Uncle Head, he's putting something together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so be looking out for that, but we'll definitely keep you guys posted on that as well.
So where are we going to be able to see 95 South coming up? Where can we see y'all? What's going on? What kind of drop? Let's do them drops.
That's what's up. But we're definitely gonna be around. We got some shows coming up, Alabama, Louisiana. But like I said, we're working on a documentary, so you'll definitely be getting word on that when it drops. So we'll probably be dropping it early spring of next year. So we're putting it all together now. So be looking out for that.
That's what it do. Hey, all my family out there in Fort Polk, Louisiana, 5 South coming back down that way. You know what I'm saying? All my people down in Texas, everybody in Cali that's rocking with the team. I want to see, y'all know what we expect from our listening group. I want to see them numbers going up. I want to see them views going up. I want to see that support cracking off for the people that we have on this show. 95 South is definitely somebody. I say somebody because y'all are two but one. I look so innocent saying that. But I want people to support. I don't want the fake support. Because what we do over here at WBOKRadio.com and the Encore Live shows, we support. We provide the platform. We do the work. We do the research. We make sure that we have people on that can educate. Now, when we have people on that are legends in the game, we want that support rising up. I want to see that. I want the OGs to be tuning back in to WBOK. I had to open up a new Facebook account. Too many friends, too many people. I ain't got that many tickets.
Okay. And man, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the support. I remember you said that you knew all our words to our song. Maybe you can teach them to Daddy Black because he forgot the words on the last show. You did, and hey, yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
that.
he forgot what, and I was looking at him, and I knew he wasn't gonna come in, so I came in on his part, right?
Yeah.
Then the dude just let me do it like that was my part. I'm looking at him like, dude, it's your part, dude. So if you know the words, you come down next show and teach them to Daddy Black, please.
Hey, if you put WBOKRadio.com on the media passes, I'm in there.
Okay.
Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another successful show. Greats in the game, dropping knowledge, sharing energy. Yo, I gotta start off from the beginning and shout out to our listeners and to our viewers, the people that have helped this radio station grow, to the staff, the owner, to my co-hosts, to the people behind the scenes, and the people that promote us. Directly to 95 South for taking some time out of their Saturday night down in Florida to sit down and bump gums with little old me. My co-host in this music. We sure appreciate y'all.
We sure do.
Great music and energy coming out. For the things that we have coming up, man, sky's the limit. WBOKRadio.com and Encore Live, so we're growing, and we can't do it without y'all, so let's grow together, people. I want to give a huge shout out to my boss, HNIC Mitchell, the man that pays the bills, Charles Mitchell. Thank you, 95 South, for the opportunity. Hey, y'all rewind through this interview, and y'all get that contact information from 95 South. If y'all want collab information, if you have some tracks you want to do, if you want to be a part of the shows that they have coming up. Also contact their publicist, Angela Tuma Smith. She's on social media under her government name as Grown Folk Doing Business.
Who?
Oh no, you know she gonna inbox you in about 3 seconds. To my beautiful co-host Marlene Mama Speaker. Before keeping things going, keeping that music business going, keeping the education and everything going for the people. Man, I wish everybody love, peace, prosperity, blessings, continued growth, and I wish everybody the best, but if you ain't willing to put in the work, we ain't got handouts. We got work. We ain't got handouts. WBOKRadio.com. The Encore Live Show, bringing you the best in the entertainment. Every single week we give it to y'all live, but y'all got to log on to the station, period. We be all night.
Yep.
We're going to let y'all go. Everybody, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Miss Music, give them your shout-outs real quick. Let's let the people go and continue to enjoy their Saturday.
Shouts out to everybody out there, and shouts out to Texas. Shouts out to all our fans. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to our guest tonight, 95 South. And I'm a little bit short of voice. I'm just starting to get mine back. So I'm going to end the shout outs right here. But shouts out to the boss. Shouts out to Yogi. And shouts out to our new listeners out there who are peeping in today. And we'll see you next time here on WBOK Radio. This is Miss Music. I'm out.
That's what it do. Love, peace, respect, prosperity. Stay up, stay blessed, and make sure y'all stay tuning in to WBOKRadio.com. 95 South. Salute, brothers.
Salute.
We got some stuff to do.
That's right.
Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed, stay up, stay motivated, stay educated. Stay tuning in to WBOKRadio.com. Do something good for other people today.
Yeah.
Plenty of people that need it. You got a little bit you can give, and it'll make a world of difference to other people.
It sure does.
See y'all next week. We out.
We out.